We got a tropical storm that's coming in here in St. Kitts. It's heading to the U.S. It's coming in tomorrow. We had quite a bit of rain today, so but it's nice. It's cool here. This is the hottest time of the year here. It's about 87 degrees for the high, but we don't get any of the 90-degree weather like we used to have in North Carolina growing up, which is really nice. The weather here is, of course, today's a cool day because we've got this storm coming through. One of the things I wanted to go over with you is there's an option that you can actually go on, which really is nice. If you're looking for strictly, you don't want to mess with anything but just buying land. We've got a parcel of land that qualifies for citizenship, and the great thing about this land, this neat, like I say, you don't have to worry about dealing with renters. Of course, we've got one developer that he'll actually do a lease option. They pay you the money for rent all up front that you would be getting over 5 years right up front. But if you don't even want to mess with that and you just want to buy land to sit on, there's no requirement to build on it. Okay, you can get this, no maintenance fees. I mean, literally all you're paying for is the property tax. As I mentioned before that the property tax in St. Kitts is only 0.20% of whatever you're purchasing, with a $29,600 US exclusion before that 0.20% kicks in. So obviously you're paying almost, it's not zero, but it's pretty damn low. Very, very low property tax here. Also, folks, if you want to legally get your income taxes to zero, how to get a second passport as quick as 45 days, do three things. Hit the subscribe button at the right of your screen. We got over 700 videos. You'll get these automatically as they come out each day. And I would like to hear from you. If you got a question or comment, put it below. And go to our website, www.citizenshipquickly.com, and ask for some help. We're pretty close to dark here with the storm coming in too, so it's a little bit dim here. But I wanted to get this video in today. So if you're looking to get land, like I said, no maintenance fees, almost no property tax. Property tax is almost nothing. And the views are knockout views. But remember, usually when you get property, what goes up so much is not the structure that's on it, unless commodities go up a lot and lumber prices go way up. It's typically the land itself, that the structure sitting on it goes up. So that's what you're buying here. And if you want to build, you can build. If you don't want to build, just let it go. I mean, but it's the only actually citizenship partial that's got this option where you can just buy land. None of the other fast track programs in the Caribbean that have real estate options offer as a land option only. And remember, I mentioned to you before, St. Kitts, of course, they started back in the 1980s, so we've got over 100 different developments here. But they don't allow this anymore. This actually got squeezed through, but they don't allow land-only options on new developments that are coming out now. So this is an opportunity, because I don't think they're going to ever have that coming out again, because obviously it doesn't help in the economy as far as building goes, because there isn't a requirement to build on it. So all you're doing is they are getting something from the stamp duty on the sale and a little bit of property tax. The property tax is almost nothing. But the fact is I think they realize they don't hire people because there's no building going on unless you choose to build a structure there, because like I said, there is no requirement that you have to build there. So they have somewhat restrictions, but if you're looking for something where they can't come out and really tell you a lot about what to do, this is a real good option, because some people don't like homeowners associations, and I'll be honest with you, they can be a pain in the ass. they can drive you nuts sometimes. It literally takes away. I can tell you this, if you're a libertarian, sometimes these homeowners will drive you nuts because they just don't, they try to tell you to do things that maybe they get expenses over there they're incurred, and everybody's got to split that, or an assessment that's done, and then you don't want to pay it because maybe you don't play golf, you don't swim, yet you know that's in the facility, so you're going to have to fork that out. Whereas when you get something that's you know, land only, they don't have any sort of amenities and stuff, you don't pay for it. You choose what you want to have. You want your own pool, fine. If you don't want it, you're not paying for that. No maintenance fees. It's a lot of libertarians. We get a lot of libertarians that get citizenship, and they don't want anybody telling them to do anything. Okay, so you know, this is a real good option if you're looking for it, and the views are fantastic, and so you have a lot more flexibility in doing, you know, this option that you wouldn't have otherwise. And like I said, you can resell it for citizenship too. And you don't have a lot of competition in that because I'll be honest with you, like I said, none of the other fast track programs don't have this option. They don't have it because it just doesn't employ people. So a lot of these, you know, citizenship fast track programs, they just don't see a really hampering need to have it, where you just coming in and buying land, and then you choose when, if and when you want to build. So these are some things that, if you know, if you're looking at, you know, getting land and just holding it long term, this is a great option to go on. If you want to learn more on this, again, you can go to our website, www.citizenshipquickly.com, and just ask for some help. Now, also, we've got one other thing I wanted to mention. If you're looking seriously at the citizenship option and you want to pick up, one thing this land option will not do that you can get with another option is, we do have a developer, they've got just a few units left. Well, they will pick up all your government fees, background check fees, legal fees. Now folks, you're looking at 50 to 150,000 US dollars savings when those fees are picked up. So if you're looking to come in and get a property and you're just paying the property and you want to skip all these other fees and stuff, this is a great way to go. Another option too, just while I'm talking on this, is we've got a developer who is who's actually he's picking up all the maintenance fees for 5 years, and as an option, you don't have to do this if you don't want, but they will actually pick up most of your fees, not all of them. They'll pick up a lot of your fees, and at closing, what they'll do is they'll actually give you all the rent money that you would have gotten over 5 years. They pay it right up front to you. Then you have an option. You don't have to do that. You can put it in the pool if you want. But the great thing about that, right now, you know, the Bitcoin, all these cryptocurrencies are down real low. So is the stock market. So this is a great opportunity if you're going to do it. You're getting all that rent money up front. They'll write you a check as soon as you close. You don't have to worry about the rent. They collect the rent money themselves. They got about a 90-95% occupancy right there. They can do this. They have probably the best. They fill these units up quicker than any place that I know of. Long story how they're able to do it, but anyway, what it does is it puts you in a situation where you're basically just buying the property and letting somebody else manage it and everything, and you're getting all that money up front. And they pay for all any sort of furniture and stuff like this that needs to get replaced. That's included. You don't have to pay for that. They pick that up. That's part of the deal in the contract they draw up for you. That's incredible. You know, where they give you all that money up front. They pay all your maintenance fees. They pick up all the costs if anything goes wrong in the apartment, and you don't have to hassle with it. Now, obviously, if you're doing this option, you can't come down and just use the unit because you'd have to pay rent because you've given them the option to lease it out. And so the money doesn't come to you, it comes to them. and you're pretty much out of it for 5 years. It's your property, but you don't have to worry about getting renters if somebody doesn't pay the rent. You know, they're the ones that take them to court or whatever it takes to get it done. And so you don't have to mess with it or hassle with it. But like I said, depends on what you're looking for. Some people want all those fees paid for. Some people like this land option. This land option is a real good option too. Now you will have to pay the government fees, the background check fees, the legal fees and stuff like this. We might be able to work it out with some of the fees picked up in it. We've got a real good arrangement with developers, so you know we can probably arrange some of this stuff to get paid for. It depends on what you buy, how much you buy of it, and at the time that you do it, because like I said, as time goes on, right now we're during this period of coming out of COVID, and now see everything is back to normal, and now the tourism industry is opening back up here in October, and it should be booming again. So if you're thinking about doing this, this is the time to be doing it. Remember, I mentioned to you before too, the real estate market here goes up in tandem with emerging market and equities, which is we're in that market right now, this beginning. The dollar has peaked out one of the highest points in history, and that's actually a bad sign for the dollar, because the dollar is probably going to be taking a dive sometime in I think the next 2 years. Okay, we've been in this big bull market run with the dollar for about 12, 13 years, but that's getting ready to change. And when that happens, what you're going to see is you're going to see properties in emerging market countries like Panama, St. Kitts, other countries really take off. This is what happened before. I mean, I saw this happen from about 2004, 2005 to about 2010 to 11, man. I mean, things were flying off the shelf here in St. Kitts. And this is the time to be buying when you're entering these markets. And like I said, now you're getting all this money. If you go with the that lease option where you're getting all the money up front, you can take that and buy Bitcoin maybe at 19, 18, 19,000, 20,000 a Bitcoin, or go in and buy Bitcoin Cash. I mean, it was as low as I think it hit in the high 90s. That's a good time to be buying these type cryptocurrencies, or other ones like Cardano. You make your pick, but right now they're across the board, they're all down real low. Some of them are down 70-80%. So you just got to jump in, and this is a real negative time, but that's the time to buy it. Or equities have really fallen. S&P 500, give or take, is right around 20% from the high to the low right now today, and it's almost about ready to hit its low. I think it was back in June or July, hit its low point, and from the peak to the valley, and it looks like we might exceed that valley again. But like I said, this is the time to be buying. This is a perfect time with the market the way it is right now to get a lump sum in cash and go in and buy these low points. And people usually wait until it's too positive. That's not the time to buy. You be buying when everything's negative. That's how you make money in this type of market. It's funny how people just jump in where everything's real popular and it's going up. That's not the way to buy if you want to make money. Anyway, if you want to learn more on this, go to our website, www.citizenshipquickly.com, and just ask for some help. And I would like to hear from you. If you got a question or comment, put it below. And again, folks, don't forget, hit the subscribe button at the right of your screen. You get new videos automatically as they come out. And I look forward to talking to you on the next video. Take care.